Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel, the enigma of biological determinants. Ever pondered why you act the way you do? Could your genes or maybe your physical structure be influencing your behavior? Welcome to the fascinating world of biological determinants, the invisible puppeteers pulling the strings of our behavior. Biological determinants refer to the biological factors that shape our behavior. These factors are not merely confined to our genetic makeup, but extend to the complex interplay of our nervous system, endocrine system, and our physical structure. Yes, you heard it right. The way we think, feel, and act is not entirely a matter of free will. Instead, it's a symphony conducted by a combination of these biological determinants. Let's start with genetic factors. Imagine our genes as a blueprint, encoding information that influences our personality traits, preferences, and even susceptibilities to certain mental health conditions. Fascinating, isn't it? But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Next, consider your nervous system and endocrine system. These systems work in harmony, transmitting signals and secreting hormones that not only regulate our bodily functions, but also our emotions and responses. For instance, adrenaline, the hormone responsible for the fight or flight response, is a product of this intricate system. And finally, our physical structure. Have you ever wondered how your height, weight, or even the shape of your face might influence how you perceive the world and vice versa? It's a complex matrix of self-perception and societal expectations that can subtly mold our behavior. Yet, it's critical to remember that these biological determinants do not operate in isolation. They intermingle with environmental factors, upbringing, and individual experiences, creating a unique behavioral cocktail for each of us. Dive in with us as we unravel the mysteries of biological determinants and their impact on human behavior. Together, let's decode the enigma of our actions and reactions, shedding light on the intriguing interplay between our biology and behavior. The journey promises to be as enlightening as it is exciting. Stay tuned, decoding genetic factors. Think of your genes as the blueprint of your life, but how exactly do they influence your behavior? Let's dive into this fascinating world of genetic factors and their role in shaping who we are. Our genes are like individual instruction manuals, each one guiding the creation of a specific protein that performs a unique task in our bodies. These proteins can influence everything from our eye color to our predisposition to certain behaviors. This complex process is orchestrated by our DNA, the master architect of our genetic makeup. However, it's not just about the genes we inherit from our parents. Heredity, the passing of traits from parents to offspring, plays a significant role too. For instance, if your parents are both tall, you're likely to be tall as well. But what about personality traits or tendencies towards certain behaviors? Researchers have found that heredity can also influence these aspects. So your knack for solving complex puzzles or your love for adventure might have something to do with your parents' genes. But our genetic story doesn't end there. Enter gene-environment interactions. These are scenarios where our genes and the environment we're exposed to interact to influence our behavior. For example, let's say you have a genetic predisposition to be highly active. If you grow up in an environment that encourages physical activity, that trait is likely to be more pronounced. On the other hand, if you grow up in a sedentary environment, that trait may not fully develop. So you see, our genes, heredity, and the environment all interact in complex ways to shape our behavior. It's like a beautiful symphony where each instrument plays a crucial role in creating the final masterpiece. But remember, while our genes do influence our behavior, they are not the sole determinants. Our experiences, our choices, and a myriad of other factors also play a part. So while your genes don't dictate your destiny, they certainly set the stage for it. The nervous system-endocrine system connection. Your body's communication network, the nervous and endocrine systems, play a vital role in your behavior. But how? Think of the nervous system as the body's electrical wiring. It's a complex network of nerves and cells, known as neurons, that transmit signals between different parts of the body. Its primary command center, the brain, sends messages down the spinal cord to the rest of your body via these neurons. These messages are in the form of electrical impulses, and they govern everything from movement and sensation to thought and emotion. On the other hand, the endocrine system is like the body's chemical messenger service. It consists of a series of glands, such as the thyroid and adrenal glands, which produce and secrete hormones into the bloodstream. These hormones act as chemical signals, regulating a myriad of functions like growth, metabolism, and mood. While both these systems may seem distinct, they are, in fact, intimately connected. The nervous system and the endocrine system work in tandem to regulate your body's responses to both internal and external stimuli. It's a bit like an ongoing dialogue between your brain and your body. For instance, when you perceive a threat, your nervous system springs into action, sending electrical signals that trigger a fight-or-flight response. At the same time, your endocrine system releases stress hormones like adrenaline, preparing your body for action. This intricate interplay between the two systems influences how we react to our surroundings, shaping our behavior in the process. It's also worth noting that the connection between the nervous and endocrine systems isn't just one-way traffic. The endocrine system can also influence the nervous system. For example, hormones can affect neuronal activity, thereby influencing mood and behavior. This is why hormonal imbalances can sometimes lead to mood disorders like depression. In essence, these systems are your body's control center, regulating your reactions to the world around you. The impact of physical structure. Your physical structure is not just about how you look, it's about how you behave too. Now let's delve deeper into the fascinating world of physical structure and its impact on behavior. When we talk about physical structure, we're referring to both the structure of the brain and the body's overall physical characteristics. It's a bit like considering the blueprint of a building and the exterior design. Both play a part in how the building functions and is perceived. Starting with the brain, it's a complex organ with numerous structures, each responsible for different aspects of behavior. For instance, the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure deep within the brain, is heavily involved in our emotional responses, particularly fear and aggression. Likewise, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain just behind your forehead, plays a crucial role in decision-making and social behavior. Let's not forget about the body's physical characteristics, though. Studies have shown that certain physical traits can correlate with specific behavioral tendencies. For example, research has found a connection between body mass index and impulsivity, with higher body mass index often correlating with more impulsive behavior. Or consider height, which some studies suggest may influence self-esteem and social dominance. But remember, correlation does not imply causation. These relationships are complex, and other factors like environment and genetic predisposition also play significant roles. It's a complex interplay of various factors, and the physical structure is just one piece of the puzzle. So, what's the takeaway here? Well, your physical characteristics, from the structure of your brain to your body's form, can influence your behavior in subtle ways. They're not the sole determinants, but they are part of the broader picture that constitutes you. Therefore, it's important to consider physical structure when thinking about behavior. It's not the only factor, but it's a significant one, and it's something we're only beginning to fully understand. So your physical structure, much like your genes and nervous system, plays an integral role in your behavior. Summing up biological determinants. So, what have we discovered about the role of biological determinants in behavior? Well, we've delved into the fascinating world of genetic factors, uncovering how our DNA can influence our behaviors. We've seen that our genes can predispose us to certain traits, but it's important to remember that they don't dictate our destiny. We also explored the intricate connection between the nervous and endocrine systems and how they work in harmony to regulate our responses to the environment. This complex interplay can significantly shape our behaviors and emotions. Then, we discussed the impact of physical structure, illustrating how our body's form and function can influence our behavior. The body, after all, is the vessel through which we interact with the world. In conclusion, while these biological determinants play a crucial role, they don't define us completely. Our behavior is a symphony, with genes, body and brain playing their parts, but the music is shaped by many conductors. Remember, understanding our biological determinants helps us understand ourselves better. It's not about predicting behavior, but rather understanding the factors that shape it. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe to the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.